Hello, and how is everybody doing? How is everybody feeling? Comment below. Anyhow, today's video is all about my why. I wanted to create this video because I feel like it would have been a good introduction for those of you who are already subscribed, which most of you are clients of mine, which I appreciate you. But I just want to put out there my why, because a lot of it, now that I think of it, a lot of it's on like my Instagram. And what better way to get to know a person other than just learning a little bit more about their background and why they're doing what they're doing. So I do have some lovely notes here so I can stay on track a little bit. So my why, it all begins with my family, my upbringing. Um, I've always asked a lot of questions because I've just seen things that did not make sense to me, and I like for things to make sense. I feel like I'm pretty much a logical person, but it also made me realize how a lot of people are unhappy because they're not really doing what they want, or they're not doing things that are fulfilling their needs. So seeing that a lot in my family, it just like what is life if you're just like miserable? So seeing a lot of different things from my upbringing, from you know parents, or relationships with your parents or with your grandparents, or like your cousins, your nieces and nephews, like all of that, it just created a story in my mind, like, why is family like this? And family, for the most part, can be difficult for a lot of us, especially when your family is built on with layers of trauma, either personal trauma or cultural trauma, generational trauma. We all have something. But for me, I tend to be a solution-based person. So I thought to myself, if I don't like something or someone, like I want to do something about it. I'm not just going to allow myself to just sit still in this type of misery. Like, again, what is life? Like, why would you want to live like that? Some people, that's for you, it's for you. But for me, I don't want that. So that really got me interested in the field of psychology. So I went to school, I've earned my master's degree, I worked really, really hard on it, and it's a work in progress. Like, just because you know something or you have a high degree of something, you don't know everything. You just don't. There's so much to still learn on the topic, and we're gaining, more information about everything. But that eventually led into health and fitness. Um, in college, during that time, I felt like at my darkest. I didn't have a lot of people who I can relate to at the time. Like, I had, colleagues, you know, here and there that I would speak with and everything like that. But like, it was so much going on. I had school, I had work, I was in a relationship, and everything for me just, it seemed nonstop. But that led to health and fitness because I learned, dang, I gained so much weight because I've been neglecting myself and putting all this energy into school, into other things, and not so much myself. So, you know, there are some people that may feel like self-love is selfish and stuff like that, but we all have our reasons of why we do things or why we don't do things. But self-love is not an act of being selfish. You have to take care of yourself, because who's taking care of you? Who is taking care of your own mentality, of your own emotions? of your own nutrition. No one's doing that except for you. You have to put yourself first. It doesn't mean to ignore everything else. It simply just means to take care of yourself. At that time, I was taking care of everything else, and I was not taking care of myself. It led to a lot of things. It led to me gaining weight. My anxiety was way out. It was just horrible. And I felt like, although I was moving so fast, I felt stuck. And I did not want to feel like that. So that led to yoga, to just calm, just to bring myself back to center. And I was just amazed, like, yeah, there were some physical differences too. And I felt like, oh, I'm getting back to my dancer body days. I kind of felt like that. But most importantly, it was how I felt mentally and emotionally. I just felt grounded. I felt grounded. I felt easygoing. And that's how I am naturally, and that to me is what yoga is about, is just bringing yourself right back to yourself. And then when you're adding on health and fitness, when you're adding on other elements, that just makes things even more well balanced, because your body needs the physical pressure or challenges from working out. Your mind needs that quietness, the stillness, and your emotional, you need that intimacy with yourself, so a lot of that, all of it came from like how my upbringing was, to my early adulthood, and things that just been going buck wild. Like it's been a little bit okay in my 30s, but that's because I've learned so much, and I'm glad that I have, because I would not know what to do if I was in that same type of mind state. Um, you have to really just appreciate the process of re-evaluating, because it can get a little crazy. But yeah, I've been on the other side. My other reason is just not just pushing people and challenging them, but I've been there. I've been there where it's like, gosh, I'm doing so much, but I feel like crap. Like, I was feeling like that when I was in my early 20s, and I was just like feeling just horrible. I would not want anyone to feel like that. It is such a dark place. You just feel icky, and it's like you're eating and drinking and going out, but you're not really, for me, I was not really having a good time. I couldn't really connect because I was disconnected within myself. I had so much going on, but because I've been there, it really helps to encourage others who are there, or maybe they feel like they're going back, because again, it's a journey. You don't just get out of it. You have to remind yourself you have to keep going so you don't go back. It's kind of like you gotta keep swimming, right? Otherwise you're going to float right along back. But also my why is to encourage and be a part of a healthy, supportive group so we can build our own family. Now, a lot of us don't have that luxury of having a supportive, loving family, or there may be people here and there that do support you within your family. But when there's a lot of different toxicity between individuals or groups, and you're trying to get up out of that path because you are within yourself, you're beyond that, and you don't want to go back to it. But it's really hard to find a whole support group if they're not along the path with you. When you come across people like that, or you're growing and people are not growing, people are just going to grow apart. So for me, it's about being around and being inspired by others who've been there and who are on the same path. Like everyone is just we're going up. Like we've been there. We know what that involves. We no longer want to be a part of it. We want to focus our energy on thriving, striving and thriving. That's what we want. So for me, it really just came from a lot of personal experiences, but not just personal experiences. My why came from witnessing other people's experiences and how they turned out. So I tend to be an observer, and I've learned from not just experiencing things, but from seeing how things happen when people take certain actions, and just learning, okay, well, this person did A, B, and C, they got F. Do I want that? Maybe not. So I'm going to make it in my own way and see if I can get a different result. And it's not about necessarily getting better results no. I want to get my results, but I want to do things in a manner that is proactive to where I'm trying to go. So I just wanted to share that today with you guys. I know it's crazy to think that we all have our reasons, right? So, but when you really think about it, it's going to help you set your intentions and be more mindful of your actions. Like, why am I doing these things? Is this coming from a place of hurt? Is this coming from a place of wanting to grow? Now, for me, it's a little bit of everything. It's coming from a little bit of pain, a little bit of suffering. But most importantly, I'm thriving. I've been doing this for over 10 years and I love it. I love it. I love what I do. I love connecting with people and just taking that moment of doing something about it, being solution based. You're not feeling good, you're not eating well, or whatever it is. We have that control. So I really hope this inspires you. I really hope that you learned a little bit about me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.